Words carry weight. Some are light enough to move us forward. Others stack up quietly day after day until they feel impossible to carry. Every time you say to yourself, I don't have time, or I messed it all up, or the famous, I'll start again next week, you add another plate to the bar. And eventually, it's not the schedule that breaks you. It's the weight of the words that you've been carrying. See, your health journey doesn't crumble under a busy schedule. It crumbles under the weight of your words. Because when self-talk turns heavy, consistency becomes impossible to lift. Today, we're breaking down how to recognize the weight you're carrying and how to change your language so that your health doesn't feel so heavy. We're talking about the weight of your words, the things we tell ourselves, and how that voice either fuels our wellness or sabotages it. See, the way you speak to yourself can either crush your health journey or teach you how to pick it back up one rep at a time. Welcome to episode 40 of Making Mel Health in the Hustle. This podcast is a place where motherhood meets muscle, ambition meets exhaustion, and figuring out how to prioritize my health journey into the insanely beautiful chaos of a busy life is what I talk about. Some days it'll look messy, and some days flawless. But no matter what kind of day I'm having, I can assure you I will tell the truth and do my best to give you some good ideas and insight to help you prioritize your own journey. So let's talk about that inner voice. See, missed workouts don't wreck your health journey. Your progress is never derailed by imperfect meals. Detours do not mean that you never reach your destination. It's shaped by the story you tell yourself when all those things happen. In a busy life where schedules are packed and sleep can be short and energy is limited, your inner voice becomes the deciding factor. That voice says things like, what's the point? I already messed up. Or, I just don't have time for this. Or, I'll start again when life calms down. And each one of those statements adds weight. At first, it may not feel like much. Just one more plate, one more heavy word, one more reason to pause instead of proceed. But over time, the load becomes overwhelming. And eventually, it's not that schedule that breaks you. It's the weight of the words that you've been carrying into every single setback, instead of using them as a setup. Suddenly, your health starts to feel heavy and even overwhelming, like something you're failing at instead of something you're building. Here's what I need you to hear. Your inner voice can either help you lift through the chaos or pin you underneath it. When your self-talk turns harsh, your nervous system stays stressed. And stressed bodies don't stay consistent and they don't progress. They shut down, they avoid, they quit, and stressed bodies don't heal. They don't recover and they don't thrive. So let's reframe this. A sustainable health journey requires language that supports consistency, effort, and progress, not perfection and not punishment. Because the goal isn't to eliminate heavy days. The goal is to stop adding unnecessary weight to them. Instead of saying, I failed today, try saying, today was heavy and I still showed up. Instead of saying, I can't stay consistent, try, I'm learning how to stay consistent in this season. Instead of, I don't have time, how about trying, what's the smallest way that I can support my health today? See, these shifts are powerful because they remove that all or nothing mindset. And wellness in a busy life is never, ever all or nothing. It's showing up imperfectly, choosing progress over punishment, speaking to yourself in a way that keeps you moving forward, and matching your abilities for the day with your energy that day. Your words determine whether health feels like another obligation or an act of self-respect. Your words decide whether a hard day becomes a stumbling block or a stepping stone. See, consistency in a busy life is not built through force. It's built through compassion that keeps you willing to return. Your inner voice can either be a coach or a critic, and critics drain our strength and burn us out. Coaches teach us how to lift what feels heavy, and coaches keep us in the game. Now, let's talk about the words that don't come from you. The comments, opinions, and unsolicited advice. Sometimes it can sound harmless. Well, it must be nice to have time for that. Or, you're doing too much. How about this one? Relax. Just having one won't hurt. How about, can't you skip that today? Or, haven't you already gone to the gym this week? But see, those words add weight if you let them live in your head. Here's your reminder. Not everyone deserves a vote in your health journey. You get to choose which weight is yours to carry. You are allowed to protect your wellness with boundaries around action and language, including what you absorb from other people's words. You don't need to explain your goals. You don't need to explain why your health matters. You don't need to justify your choices or your routines. And you absolutely do not need to internalize comments that don't align with where you're headed or carry words that weren't meant to support you. The truth is, other people's opinions about your life and your health journey are none of your business. The strongest women that I know don't just train their bodies. They guard their inner dialogue. The lighter that your mental load, the stronger your consistency becomes. Coach Val is famous for saying, "You come first right after me." And Coach Julie reminds us that when you're setting boundaries, if you never say no, what are your yeses worth? See, boundaries protect us from things that could harm us, whether it's choices, other people's voices, food, or activity that prevent us from being the best version of ourselves. This week at Lifting Your Life Coaching, Coach Val is talking about how the pause equals power. So I want to test that. This week, I want you to pause the next time life feels heavy or life gets chaotic. And I want you to ask yourself this. Is the way I'm speaking to myself helping me move forward or holding me hostage? Then, choose one grounding phrase to return to, whether it's consistency over perfection or I'm doing the best I can with what I have, or this season counts too, or one of my favorites, my effort right now is enough. Say that statement out loud. Write it down. Repeat it. Anchor yourself with it. Because health isn't built in perfect weeks. It's built in the messy ones, with your voice guiding you through it. Your words carry weight. And whether you realize it or not, you lift them every single day. Your words shape how you move, how you fuel your body, how you recover, and whether or not you stay consistent when motivation fades and life feels heavy. So if your health journey feels overwhelming, pause before you change the plan and change the voice. Every word you say can let the circumstances around you hold you back, or it can teach you how to live through it, one rep at a time. Hard days don't stop progress. Harsh self-talk does. So choose words that steady you, words that keep you coming back, words that build strength instead of burnout. Speak to yourself like someone you're trying to keep in the game, not someone you're trying to break. Because you don't rise by being harder on yourself. You rise by choosing words that help you rise. Until next time, onward and upward, my friends.